Hey guys, and welcome back to another First Thoughts. So I just saw The Incredibles 2, or actually Incredibles 2 with Justin. He's my friend. I guess he likes movies too. I don't know.
Sometimes.
I don't know. As you guys know, I did a trailer reaction and a First Thoughts about the different trailers and stuff. I even made a prediction video about what this movie was going to be like. I was not excited for it. I thought that it looked like it was going to be really stupid. But then reviews started coming out and people were saying, oh, it's not as bad as the trailer looks. So I went ahead and saw it. And yeah, we've got some thoughts and opinions to talk about. Right away, I'm going to say I don't think it's a classic. I think the first one is a bona fide classic. Maybe the best Pixar movie ever made. This one, it's just good. It's all right. It's good. It had a lot of fun action sequences, especially at the beginning. I think it kind of got a little bit boring, honestly, near the end. But at the beginning, it was very fast-paced, very action packed. There was a lot of really good jokes and just characters you cared about.
I agree. The first one is the best Pixar
Yeah.
movie. This one, I did think it was good too. Definitely very funny. Everything with the Jack. Jack was hilarious.
The baby's hilarious.
Yep, always. I loved seeing Elastigirl use her powers a lot in the field. I don't think we saw that as much in the first movie, but
No.
she definitely had some very creative ways to use her powers in this one. And
She's still thick, man.
always.
Thick AF.
And it was enjoyable to see Mr. Incredible struggle as a parent sometimes.
I was really nervous from the trailer. It really looked like it was going to be all about like new age feminism with like, oh, guys are idiots and women do all the work, and man, it's just the struggles. I even predicted kind of a conversation that happened in this movie in my previous video. Clip here.
You just stay at home with the kids. Just raising the kids, making a family is way harder than saving the world ever was.
It wasn't as annoying as it could have been. I still think that they were kind of overcompensating in a way, like it kind of nerfed some of the other characters so that Elastigirl could be more important, which was annoying. But also, like Justin said, it was entertaining to see her do more. Jack was really entertaining. He became OP. Like he was kind of OP in the first one, but you didn't really see him do anything until the end. This one, he's just OP throughout, just not really doing a whole lot. Except for, of course, that raccoon fight, which is famous. It's all over the internet. I heard about it before even seeing it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's interesting. It's hilarious. It's able to kind of showcase new, different things about Jack while also just being funny and entertaining. So that's really well done. You should say something.
Should I?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, because if I'm just talking the whole time, it's
That's
kind of
I
boring.
mean, it is Simon's reviews.
Simon's Rants.
Simon's
God,
Rants.
Get it right.
All right. I thought the Violet storyline was pretty boring. I mean, it played to make Mr. Incredible screw up as a parent a bit, but
Yeah.
it felt inconsequential and annoying, kind of.
It's being awkward and being cringy, all in the most cliche ways. It's been said by other critics that I saw that like it's the most predictable villain reveal of all time, and yeah, it's up there. We were talking, and like you can basically predict the entirety of the third act within the first act. Like you see different characters and you're like, oh, they're connected to the bad guy. Oh, that's the bad guy. Oh, this is the plan. I was making like bad predictions on purpose after a while because I was like, they can't honestly be going with the most obvious plan, are they? Yeah, they are. Like what you think in the first act, that's what's actually happening. There's no trickery happening. It's just everything you think is gonna happen happens. It's not anything special. It's not anything original. It's just there. It just happens.
Simon here made a accurate prediction on basically everything in that third act. Got the villain, the plan, basically correct.
Yeah.
Just missed out on the bit, but
You can't say that. That's in the spoilers.
cut it out then.
I'll just beep that part out. Overall, it's a lot of fun. I think it does kind of taper off near the end. Like honestly, like it's the first two acts are the best part. Like just seeing people being goofy and like exploring the new superpowers of Jack and just seeing actually the beginnings of the Screenslavers plan. That's all interesting. That's all fun. It's nothing new or creative or crazy, but it's just fun and good fun. But then the third act, when everything has to all come to a close and everything's being wrapped up, that does kind of get boring. If you just want to have fun, you'll definitely have fun, but definitely don't hold it up to the same standards as the first one. It's not going to be that good. But yeah, definitely worth buying on DVD. I'll have it once it comes out. Definitely worth going to see. So yeah, that's basically our thoughts on it. If you want to stick around, we're about to talk about some spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and click away. Just make sure you leave a like and share. Thanks, guys. I think that's enough time. So yeah, what? Are you telling me she's the villain? What?
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming at all.
The greatest reveal of all time. M. Night Shyamalan.
Alfred Hitchcockian. Like, duh. Like, duh. I don't know if a single person in that theater unironically went like, what? That was kind of a letdown. I know that in the first one, the villain isn't really a major plot twist, but they reveal it right away. So it's not like held up like, oh, this is a big reveal. It's just, yeah, that's the villain. And it's a pretty typical villain story of, oh, he got ignored, so now he's angry. This one, I literally, when they're explaining, oh, they didn't answer the phone call. The superheroes didn't save us when we needed them the most. I was like, oh, so that's the inspiration, is it?
That was the... They have a panic room. Why don't you put the superhero calling phones in the panic room? You expect... I didn't hear one of those... Well, I forget what their names were, but they didn't seem to have super speed. Are they going to get there in 3 seconds before the people shot them? Get in the panic room, call the superheroes. If they don't pick up, you're in a panic room. Call the cops. Movie over.
There was potential to have the brother Winston be the screenslaver, but being controlled by the sister, and then they could have had a double plot twist where, I mean, you have the pizza guy being the screenslaver, take off that mask, oh, put him in jail, but then have it kind of happen again almost, and so it's a double plot twist, because, I mean, the first one, nobody was fooled by the first one. He literally was going, I have no idea what's going on. It's like, yeah, he was hypnotized the whole time, duh.
I'm shocked she didn't catch on to that right away.
Yeah, honestly. But you could have, honestly, you had an opportunity to do it again with the brother. Hi, guys. Did you enjoy the movie? I enjoyed the movie. You can leave now. That's okay. So, how's life?
Same old, same old.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Seen any good movies lately?
The Incredibles 2.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You could have had the double plot twist by having them unmask Screenslaver again, and then it's Winston, and like, haha, it is the villain you were expecting all along, and then find out later, triple plot twist, now it's the sister behind all of it, but they completely wasted that by the second the first guy gets unmasked, Screenslaver never comes back. They never do that again, and it's like, well, why not? You could have done something with that. It just makes it even more predictable and more boring. And I don't know why they didn't do anything else with that. They never caught the Underminer.
So I was reading online about if there was a post-credit scene or not, and they said he shows up in like a 2D image of him at the end, just like walking across the screen or whatever, letting everybody know, hey, wait, they didn't catch him. And they thought, maybe that's Incredibles 3. But I hope they don't catch him in Incredibles 3 either. I hope they never catch him.
I hope they just keep ignoring it and it keeps going, because
I want
at
him to
this
show up
point,
and never get caught.
you should have caught him already. Like, that's what the video game was about. Is the video game not canon anymore? Because in the video game, they caught him in that immediately after he...
This movie took that right out of the canon.
Nope.
No, I want him to always show up, but never get caught.
Yeah, okay.
And he got away with all that money, too. Does insurance really cover all that? That's a lot.
As funny as I thought this movie was, I almost thought like it was too many jokes. Like they were just like throwing them in there when they weren't necessary. Like, and I first noticed it with the Underminer where he's like, Mr. Incredible, meet Jackhammer, and he starts punching him, and I was like, what was that line? And there was a couple of lines throughout the movie where I was just going, why did you say that? That's not really funny. It's just awkward. And maybe that's what they were going for, just as a parody of superhero movies and how awkward those are. But I don't know. It was just weird a couple times. They gave the bad guy a "Make Superheroes Great Again" slogan. Like,
No. He was the good guy.
oh, true.
What's this movie really trying to say?
I don't know. It was just so painfully awkward and painfully cringy when they're just making that rift between Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. Like, why is this necessary? Like, you're just like, hey, I can do whatever you can do better. Like, no, why? Who talks like that? Especially when he doesn't tell her that Jack Jack has superpowers at first. Literally, Violet asks him, why didn't you tell Mom? And he goes, I don't know. That's his literal reaction. I don't know. And I'm going, I don't know either. Why didn't you tell her?
Yeah, she got over that pretty quickly. I'd be mad.
It's just...
I missed my kid's first superpower, and you didn't tell me about it? Now he's got 17?
Ha ha ha, funny. That's literally the reaction. They just played off like, oh, shucks.
He can travel to the fourth dimension and out.
That means he can time travel. They never once addressed that. The fourth dimension is time.
And the fifth is love.
Can we talk about that animated short at the beginning?
Oh my gosh. I wanted that. I wanted that crazy ending. I wanted it, and then they had to make it realistic. I was so shocked when I thought she ate her.
We should have just faded
Son.
to black. Fade to black after that dumpling. It's like, no, you're not leaving.
That
Fades
would have
to
been
black.
That would have been amazing. But no, we always have to have a.
I
happy ending.
get the point of it. Like, oh, she's feeling sentimental and she misses her son, and this is an example of what her son was like. And I'm like, okay, so why the dumpling? Why did that happen?
Her little dumpling.
So they made it for a pun? I don't understand. Why? Why? God, why?
I just can't get over that ending.
I
The ending I thought was going to be the end.
What was the connection there? What was going on in the Pixar studios? Hey, I've got a great idea. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
So we're going to have this woman eat a dumpling.
Wow.
But it's her son. But it's not her son. Figure that one out, Jack. What was the point of it? I really don't get it. It was overly sentimental too. Once you had the connection and it was like, see? It's because she eats the things with her son and because they do the things and that's his fiance or wife or whatever. Like, yeah, we got it. It's just dumb.
She was so overbearing. She wouldn't let him play soccer.
Well, it's because it dented his head. And she had to give him freaking dumpling
I
innards.
mean, he headed a ball. If the dumpling was supposed to be the real son, it would have never dented his head.
I don't get it.
The dumpling son makes sense.
I don't get it.
Let's talk about these other superheroes we meet in this movie, because I don't.
They're all forgettable except for the lesbian. I said it.
I can't understand why the Crusher only can think, because I'm sure he has telekinetic powers. I can't understand why he only can think.
How would I uncrush it?
What if
Can you unpunch somebody? That was funny. But you're right, it doesn't make sense. It was funny, though.
That's all you can think to do with telekinetic powers? Lift cars!
Honestly, though, yeah, like, all of these extra superheroes were there for comic relief. None of them were worth anything. Like, none of them mattered at all. Like, you've got an owl guy, and his superpower is he can fly and spin his head around. You've got this guy who can throw up lava. You've got the Crusher guy, and you've got another super strong guy. It's all just really boring, useless characters, except for Void. Void is actually interesting.
I really liked her power. It's incredible she can teleport somebody into a place she's never seen before.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that's different.
I feel like she could have stopped the car from escaping, though, with just another infinite loop.
You could have stopped the boat, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They could have
The
just
whole-
turned the boat in a different direction!
The whole boat thing was really dumb. Frozone ultimately stops it by, like, putting a bunch of snow in front of it and it rides up. Why didn't you do that the whole time?
I feel like that would be like a stamina thing. Like, he can only do that for so long at full blast. So he's going to do the small blast for...
Are you
a long
questioning
time.
his stamina?
Yes, I'm questioning his stamina.
It's Samuel L. Jackson.
Listen, man.
His stamina's fine. I'm gonna stop this motherfucking boat from hitting this motherfucking city. Honestly, that whole end sequence was just kind of dumb, kind of frustrating how dumb it was. And ultimately, a lot of this movie is kind of just dumb the second you stop and think about it. But like I said, as long as you're just having fun with it, it's good for that. It's just good, kind of pointless fun. It's still kind of a parody of other superhero movies. It's got a little bit of the political slant of the first one, but ultimately it's just kind of a retread that's pointless, you know, like just fun. So if you don't want anything as, you know, powerful or as different or as original as the first one, you just want some more fun with the characters that you love, this is perfect for that.
I'd definitely watch an Incredibles 3. I'm sure it's gonna happen.
In 20 years.
Yeah, 20 more years.
28 years.
Oh my gosh, hopefully everyone's still around.
Everyone will be dead. Everyone will be dead except for Samuel L. Jackson.
He's never gonna die. Who are we kidding? Where was I going with this?
I don't know. Definitely worth a watch, though. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks for sharing and subscribing.